Hi there, this is Bori. How are you? How's everybody today? Well, I'm on this video because I didn't have anything better to do. Second of all, I um, I wanted to say hello to everybody I know in Facebook. Um, First of all, Mr. Gregory, yes, I got your grandmother. She's my grandmother now. But anyway, she's a lovely person. She hugs me. She treats me with tender love and care, which you don't. You're always ragging on me. Just kidding. But she's my grandmother now, and I'm proud. Well, anyway, I wanted to say hello to some people, but for that, I got to put my glasses. I made a little note. Is that little? That's not little. I call it little. Oh my God, my light was changing in the camera. And who knows, the producer might find me here and say stay there too. Okay, I want to say hello to Elba Bruno, Tina Desro. Nice meeting you again, my queen. Rosalie Montalban, Amanda and Danny, Anthony Bailey, Jeffrey Askew, King, Melinda Cortez, which I know her for many, many, many moons. Brooke from Yahoo. That was the lady that passed away a few months ago. I want to express my condolences to all her friends on Facebook and to her family if they happen to give her this video. She was a marvelous woman. The way we met was this. When we met like 2 or 3 days before she passed away, um, she put something on somebody else's book and said, you know what, everybody should write like Bori writes, because I write long stories and God bless you, this kind of mess, so bless you. And she said, everybody should be like Bori. And then I saw that and I said, let's be friends. We were friends for slightly 3 days. Where when I heard that she had passed away, I felt really bad. And I'm sure her family did too. And her friends. So I just want to say, I'm so sorry. I wish it could have happened another way, but I believe her life is pre-planned already, so you couldn't have changed it. But I still say I'm sorry. I want to say hello to Brenda Messer. Brenda, we spoke to each other one day that I was depressed. You talked to me, you advised me, and I appreciate the time you took for me, the time you devoted to me, especially without really knowing me that well. But I see there's some good people at Facebook, so I want to thank you for what you did that night. Thank you very much. And Gregory, I want to thank you too for what you do for me. And Miss McCoy, my grandmother McCoy. I want to say hello to Hermano Willing. I want to say hello to Melinda, as I didn't say it before. I want to say hello to Connie Martin, which we know for many years. My favorite, my gorgeous girl, which is Gail Hueco Correa. Yeah, she had to marry a Spanish guy. I don't know what made her do that. But anyway, she did. But I love you, baby. And you know that I always will. And there's not a time in this world that I don't pass without thinking of you, how good your heart is. I really do. I want to say hello to Miguelito because I met him through my grandmother, Miss McCoy. And it was a good match because I thought he only spoke Brazilian, but he speaks English too, which most people speak English, but for me, for some kind of reason, I thought he didn't. But I'm glad he speaks English, and we get along just fine. I thank you so much for matching us two together. I want to say hello to Samantha Tama, my precious little girl. I know her for many, many years. I believe she was my friend in 360, my best friend, my first friend. Carmen Stevens, Connie Martin, Daniela Mason, Desmond Berry, Rafael, no, Raquel, I'm sorry, Raquel Odom, you know me. Tiny Amber, Berger Codries, Valerie Iriarte, and there's so many people that I really can't go through all of them. I wanted to leave you with two quotes that I found on the computer today, and you know that I love the spirit within us. I love to be good because you never know what could happen. And you have to do good towards people. You know, what goes around comes around, what it really is true. And I'd rather be good and somebody step on me than be bad and I step on somebody else. I don't believe in that. So I think you'll know that by now. So I'm going to read you two quotes. One is really short. Oh, by the way, I need to say hello to my daughter, Kat. She's in that group too. Everyone wants to transform, but nobody wants to change. This quote was by Frederica Matthews Green, and that is so true. I want to change to something else, but I don't want to change who I am. So I don't see how you can do that. You have to change yourself, your inner self, and you have to say, you know, I want to be a good person. I carry good feelings in me. My spirit is good because I know my spirit soars. It soars with the wind. It's something that I always know. I can talk to anybody else that I can be far away, but I know my thoughts get to them. So be good. Don't be bad. Another one I have here is lift your spirit in the light of your inner being will twinkle like the stars at night. Elevate your soul and the miracle of who you are will blossom like flowers of gratitude. We are love, and the soul of humanity will flourish only when each of us embraces that love that we all the strength and courage we have. Be the love you are and live with abundance and joy. Let love as a let love as a way of life be your gift to the universe. What better thing than that? To give love instead of giving hate, giving dirty looks, which is that's the kind of hate. Why not just say, you know, I love you? If you don't want to be together with that person, just love the inner side of them. You know, you don't have to like everybody. That's not something that you need to do. But I tell you, being good to people is better than being bad to people. And I have lived by this rule, not all my life, because I've been mean in my life. I lived in New York. When I lived in New York, I thought I was the baddest thing in the world. I thought I can kill somebody that killed me. But now I know I can. Why would I want to go to jail? Why would I want to pay for something that it took just a second to do? That's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. You hear so many stories of people killing each other. And I tell you what, it's like nobody has to kill anybody. Everybody's killing each other. As the friends are killing each other, the family members are killing each other, the mothers are killing children. What do you think of that? That's not a right thing to do. And right now I want to speak a little bit about that movie, Precious. No comment about the movie Precious. I know it was made by Oprah, and a lot of people like Oprah. Well, Oprah has her own problems. And I think she has been getting them and stayed with them and never had let them go. I, for myself, can tell you, and I'm not ashamed of it, I go to a psychologist, I go to a psychiatric doctor, go to pain doctor, go to heart doctor, I go to regular doctor, I go to doctor. I tell you what, but I'd rather go to them and tell them my problems than keep them inside my soul. I don't keep anything in my soul. I can be angry with you for a second, the second I'm not. But there's too many people carry it inside. So I tell you, please, be good to yourself and others, and you will be repaid. I thank you again. This is Bori telling you I love you, miss you. You blessed be. See ya.